Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another 48 Tuesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Tuesday afternoon. Everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, and this afternoon video toward Texas. Also got the subtropical jet there as well moving through here. Got a little system here over southeast, and got another system moving in the channel. Let's take a look at the current radar now. As you can see, we got some shower activity reports in Kentucky, down in eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina. Scattered activity over to Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, also toward Louisiana, and also into Texas and Arkansas. The main actions up here in portions of the northern portion of the country, from through the Dakota, down in Nebraska, and also Colorado and Kansas. Also into Minnesota, Wisconsin, also Iowa, and also into portions of Missouri and Illinois. Stretching, like I said, down north portions of Louisiana and eastern Texas as a cold front advances off to the east. Pretty quiet across the western United States. Northeastern U.S. looks good, and pretty much the south portions of the United States looks good as well. All right, let's move on to the watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. All right, you can see here we got some frost advisory, freeze warning in effect for Washington, Oregon State. Also, we got some river flood warnings over here in portions of Nevada and also into Idaho. Same in portions of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, down in Mississippi, portions of Alabama, portions of Georgia and Florida. Also over into Indiana, Illinois, also in the portion of Ohio, same up toward Connecticut region, and a little bit down toward Long Island. A few area rivers maybe overflowing. We have some winter storm warning, winter weather advisory for Montana back into Colorado, also also Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado region with a special weather statement there also. High wind warning is also in effect for portions of New Mexico, also in the portions of Kansas, Colorado, also in areas of Nebraska, portions of South Dakota and Wyoming. Red flag warning is also in effect for Montana over toward Minnesota, also into Michigan, same over toward Missouri, and also in the portion of Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado, and also eastern portion of New Mexico. High wind warnings there as well. Wind advisories over portions of Kansas and also down in the Oklahoma portion of Arkansas and also in the portion of Missouri. Same up in through the Dakotas, also into Minnesota and also Wisconsin. We have some fire weather watches in effect for you guys in Minnesota, also in the northern Wisconsin and Michigan. Special weather statement for portion of Georgia. Alright, small warning down to California, northern Hawaii and Chain Island there as well. High wind warnings to the south. Gale warning, small craft advisory around the area of Alaska, inland areas. We have special weather statement in the kind of tan color. We have in the purple color here in Alaska, we have winter weather advisory. Pink is also in the winter storm warning area of Alaska, and that blue there is freezing spray warnings as well. All right, storm prediction center time. Let's get to the severe weather. This is for this afternoon. All right, you can see we got a little bit of general thunderstorms up here in portion of Montana and also northern Idaho. More general thunderstorm from up here from Duluth, Minnesota, down to Minneapolis, toward Aberdeen, toward McCook, also down toward Shreveport, over toward Charlotte, Raleigh, and Roanoke area, northern South Carolina. Some general threats from Charleston, West Virginia, back toward Indianapolis, Indiana, down toward Memphis, Tennessee, Little Rock, Arkansas, over toward Sioux Falls City, Norfolk, Nebraska, excuse me, not Virginia, but Nebraska. All right, also down toward Lincoln. Also, we have a slight risk for areas and portions of just north of Little Rock, and also towards St. Louis, Kansas City, Jefferson City, Pierre, Omaha, and also just east of Lincoln. And we have an enhanced risk over pretty much Delmont, Iowa, and surrounding areas. All right, take a look at the hail probabilities. Tornado probability this afternoon. The significant tornado will be generally Delmont, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Davenport, Iowa, Waterloo, Iowa, and Iowa City, Iowa. That is the significant area for maybe some EF2 tornadoes or higher. We already had about 5 to 6 reports already reported in that vicinity today so far, and I'm expecting more to occur. All right, in the 5% risk area, you're included Kansas City, St. Louis, Madison, Aurora, and Overland Park vicinities. And if you're in the 2%, this includes Chicago, Memphis, Omaha, Little Rock, and Naperville, Indiana regions and surrounding areas. Let's take a look at the damage and winds. We have if you're in the 15%, this includes Chicago, St. Louis, Delmont, Aurora, and Rockford areas. If you live in Indianapolis, Memphis to Kansas City to Omaha to Cincinnati, Ohio regions, you're in the 5% risk for damage and winds. Take a look at the hail probability. We have a 30% and a 15% slashed area. If you're in the significant area, this includes Delmont, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Independence, Davenport, Waterloo, Columbia, and Iowa City. That's in the 15 and 30% risk area for large hail. If you live in Chicago, Kansas, Omaha, St. Louis, Madison, you're in the 15% risk area. And if you're in Indianapolis, Indiana, can't get it out there. Memphis, Lincoln, Little Rock, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota, you're in the 5% risk for large hail this afternoon. All right, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for your Wednesday. Alright, as you can see here, we have some general thunderstorm from San Antonio to Austin to Aberdeen, as far north as Green Bay to La Crosse, also toward Milwaukee, and as far east as Baltimore, Washington, Richmond, Virginia Beach, Charlotte, far south is Columbia, South Carolina. Also, we have a marginal risk from Springfield to Kansas City, same from over here from Birmingham to Atlanta to Chattanooga, all the way up to Pittsburgh, all the way up towards the Cincinnati region. If you live in Detroit, Michigan, towards Fort Wayne, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio region, slight risk of severe weather on your Wednesday. Tornado probability will be 2% in the green, 5% in the brown. The 5% area should be Detroit, down toward Fort Wayne, and also Cleveland, Ohio, and surrounding area you included. 2% include Charleston, West Virginia, Cincinnati, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, up toward Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and surrounding areas for 2% risk for a tornado. All right, damage and winds, 5% from Atlanta to Memphis to Nashville, all the way far north is Fort Wayne, also Pittsburgh. If you're in Detroit to Cleveland to Ohio and surrounding areas, you're included in the 15% risk for damage and winds. Large hail, this includes 5%. This from Springfield to Kansas City, and also just east of Colby and just north of Wichita, Kansas area. Also up here from near portion of Michigan down towards Pittsburgh, down toward Atlanta, Chattanooga, Birmingham, toward Jackson. You're in the 5% area for large hail. And if you live in Columbus, Ohio to Fort Wayne to Detroit, Cleveland area and surrounding vicinity, you're in the 15% for large hail. Alright, let's finally wrap it up with day number 3. As you can see, we have general thunderstorm pretty much from Marquette, Michigan to Duluth, down to Minnesota, La Crosse, over toward Milwaukee, towards Chicago, to Cleveland, down toward Columbia, Charlotte, also Wilmington, Columbus, all the way down toward Corpus Christi, Brownsville area, all the way back up to Fort Steele, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Kansas, also toward Pierre. And if you live in the marginal risk, this includes San Antonio, Austin, Waco, Shreveport, all the way up to Greenville, Mississippi, Nashville, Bowling Green, Louisville, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, over toward Jefferson City, St. Louis area. You're included in 2%. And if you live in Little Rock to Memphis to Jackson, Evansville, and surrounding vicinity, slight risk for severe weather. The probability 5% in the brown, 15 in the yellow. And here are the cities and states again. Memphis, Tennessee to Jackson, Tennessee, 15%. San Antonio to Fort Worth, Texas, all the way up to Indianapolis, Indiana. You're in the 5% risk for severe weather on day number 3, which will be Thursday. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope everybody has a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Take care. Also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. We'll get you back in the next video. So have a wonderful Tuesday afternoon, folks. Take care.